Imagine being trapped in a metal box, stripped of your freedom, with no one to hear your screams. The walls are padded, the air smells of fear, and every sound echoes with menace. This was not a nightmare. For David Parker Ray's victims, it was reality. Welcome to the terrifying story of the Toy Box Killer. David Parker Ray, known as the Toy Box Killer, lived in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. To the neighbors, he appeared as an ordinary man, a handyman, a husband, someone quiet and unassuming. But behind the doors of his trailer, horror awaited. Ray had converted the trailer into a torture chamber he called the Toy Box. Inside, he captured women, subjecting them to unimaginable pain and fear. Each victim was restrained, monitored, and forced to endure his sadistic games. Ray was meticulous. He would scout victims carefully, gaining their trust, and then lure them to his trailer under the guise of work, companionship, or help. Once inside, escape was impossible. One former victim recalled the terror. "I thought I was going to die. The door locked behind me, and I couldn't move." He had everything planned, every detail. Inside the trailer, Ray used an array of devices, levers, pulleys, and restraints designed to inflict both physical pain and psychological torment. The victims were forced to endure extreme isolation, sensory deprivation, and manipulation. The horror wasn't just in the physical torture. It was the way he controlled every moment, turning fear into his weapon. His crimes spanned decades, with victims living in constant terror whenever he was near. Despite his meticulous planning, Ray was eventually caught, thanks to the brave testimony of a surviving victim who managed to escape and alert authorities. The authorities were shocked when they examined the trailer. Everything was documented in journals, names, schedules, and a chilling blueprint of his toys. Ray's criminal mind was organized, calculating, and utterly horrifying. He was finally arrested and sentenced to decades in prison, but his legacy of terror left scars that would haunt the victims and the community forever. David Parker Ray, the Toy Box Killer, reminds us that evil often hides behind the most ordinary faces. The things he did, the cruelty he inflicted, and the terror he inspired are nearly unimaginable. What do you think drove him to commit such atrocities? Could someone like this be living among us today, hiding in plain sight? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more true crime stories that explore the darkest corners of humanity. Because sometimes, the real monsters aren't in the shadows. They're in plain sight.